Hello there, welcome back. Today we've got a 1v1 between the Huns in purple versus the Wei in teal. Now, this is a much higher elo or higher rated game than I'm used to casting. These players would absolutely dumpster me, 1650 elo each. I'm more so kind of just investigating how exactly to beat the Wei. So I'm rooting for pink. A little bit of bias potentially in this casting, though. That does appear to always be the case eventually. So yeah, I'm kind of wondering exactly how to beat the Wei. They are a struggle for me in most instances. And I primarily play Cav civs, but I've been trying some Archer civs here and there. You know, I'm trying to play mutual random as well. Regardless, though, Huns are definitely a very good cavalry civ, as well as decent with cavalry archers. So I'm interested to see exactly what this pink player, Huns, does in order to fight the Wei. So yeah, we're gonna have to see if it's a strategy I can copy, or if I just need to get better at the basics, which, well, is true. I still need to get better at the basics as well. Both are learning their rhinos. Doesn't look like any TC time or TC idle time from either player, which is very good to see. Obviously, mistakes like that at this level probably are not prone to happen very often, if at all. Looks like we have a couple coming out to wood, 2, maybe 3. We are at 3 for the Wei. Yeah, so this is a 3 kingdom civ. A little unpopular simply for that fact, because it has a hero and a couple of different things like traction trips and Xianbei raiders, so a bunch of extra unique units that are kind of complicating things. And the thing I struggle with the most is probably just the Heiguang Xianbei raider combo. Not really sure how to necessarily beat that. I've been going mass knights, and maybe that is the way, and maybe I just need to be better. But I'm interested to see exactly, I don't know, what a better player might go for. But hey, maybe he just loses and we're in the same bucket. I do know that Wei are definitely really strong, just in general. I think probably one of the strongest things about them isn't necessarily the unique units. Like, don't get me wrong, I think the Xianbei is definitely a little overtuned. But the fact that they get a Vil for every single eco-tech may be probably the strongest thing about them, I believe. So, it's like Chinese, but maybe not as front-loaded. Like Chinese just get the 3 vills at the start. It ends up being 2 because you're gonna have to idle your TC for a little bit. But 2 villagers ahead is really good, whereas Wei only get the 2 vills ahead once they've hit feudal age and grabbed a couple of eco-techs. So Chinese definitely have a more front-loaded bonus, but it's very similar, and Wei actually scales a little bit better. To be seen. I mean, you get up to like 9 or 8 when you grab all your Imperial eco-techs, but at that point, it doesn't really matter. It's like grabbing an extra TC, so the bonus can pitter off a little bit. But I do think going up to Castle Age, it can be really, really strong, because you probably get like, let's see, Wheelbarrow, your 2 eco upgrades. If you get the mining upgrade, that's 4, and then you grab another wood upgrade once you hit Castle. So like 5 vills ahead of the start of Castle, which kind of nuts. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. We can check the res collected throughout. It does look like currently Wei has a little bit more on the res collected. I imagine that's mostly just for efficiency of the eco. I'm not exactly sure why he has so much more res collected. Maybe, huh? I mean, we haven't lost anything. No idle TC time. Yeah, okay. Well, just more efficient eco. There we go. Okay, we were just holding on to a bunch of hunt. That's why. Okay. I was looking at the res collected. I'm like, that's like 100+ difference. There's no early bonus to Wei, but that makes a lot more sense. All right, both players are going up. 20 pop for our Hun player and 19 pop for the Wei. I do tend to go 19 pop myself. I like to kind of get the drop on my opponent. That being said, I think I should maybe favor a 20 pop build order. At least on like generic civs that don't have a bonus for more food to help get the scouts out, or just a bonus for scouts in general. If you got like a scout rush bonus, I think 19 pop is definitely a good way to go. But I found that I haven't been going too quickly forward with my scouts, so could be interesting to see nonetheless. Both players are going to be pushing in their deer, so it'll be nice. Well, I guess ostriches in this case. It'll be nice to see probably scout play from both. I know that Hui, whatever, tend to like to open scouts and then immediately go towards cavalry archers in Castle Age. Well, the Zombie Raider in Castle. So that is probably what we will see. Right, I keep forgetting that Huns don't get to build houses, or don't have to build houses. Get to, it can be a bonus just because you get better walling, but it's definitely obvious that this player is knowing what he's doing. He's already getting a little palisade there to kind of complete that wall. So stable down from both. The Wei did get their stable up a little bit sooner, but Huns works 20% faster, so I imagine the Huns will catch up in scout numbers fairly quickly. Definitely a good bonus for that faction. We're on, wow, 10 on wood. That's a lot on wood. I mean, I guess it's probably not that much wood. I skimmed by with 8. I wonder if there's like an archery range follow-up or something to this. One scout's chasing the other. Stable was created, but no scouts are on their way out. I guess one scout came out, but the other is not queued up. So Huns will definitely catch up rather quickly in the scout numbers. He's already caught up. They're basically neck and neck now. And soon to be ahead because his stable does work faster as long as he keeps stable production, which I don't know if that will be occurring. He has so many on wood. He probably doesn't have enough for constant stable production. You need about 13, 14 on food. So I don't think that will be happening. Yep, he does get some idle time with that. Stable, very generic, simple build. I like this. I want to play these games, dude. This is nice. 19-20 pop scout, no like super aggressive forward rushing right away. There's no man-at-arms, there's no laning. Obviously, I'm sure there's plenty of players in 1600 Elo that do just that. But it is nice to see nonetheless. Pretty decent walls from our Wei player, just opening up a little bit of a gap into his base. This is something I have to start replicating. I like to crutch on a gate. I like to put a gate down, so I'm fully walled, but I don't go all the way to my TC. I think the TC would be much better in hindsight. Oh, looks like he's able to get that wall up there, but Teal will be running around. Not sure where those are going. Anyway, I throw down the gate. And then it just gets rushed down by scouts because you can have so many scouts hit a gate at a time and it's just not that tanky. So I think I should be replicating this in my games where I just wall to my TC and so my opponent has to run under the TC in order to dive. I think that's definitely a good play. I'm gonna start doing that. I like that. I like that a lot. It's just this little like tunnel. Like, yeah, there's a way into the base. And it dissuades you from hitting on the outside here too, because you're like, oh, I could just dive if I really wanted to. Nice spear defense from both these players. Just a couple of spears each. Huns are almost fully walled. He probably wants to wall to his TC too. We'll have to see what he ends up going for. Really nice gold for our Hun player. Not as nice of a gold, but it's fairly well behind the walls, so pretty decent gold for the Teal player. And it looks like we're gonna have a rather tame feudal age. Just a couple of scouts dead to spears, and probably working our way up to castle age as soon as humanly possible. Man, the villager lead from Wei. We've grabbed only 2 ecotechs. 2 vills ahead is gonna be nice. We're getting not a lot of res collected any difference so far. It's probably just a eco efficiency going on. I don't know. Oh, the idle ecos. So much better. All right, I'm not gonna look at the res collected until a little bit later. We gotta give that some time. Gold mining's coming in. We're gonna have another free vill, so 3 vills up for the Wei. Definitely strong. I think that has some potential as to why the Civ feels so good. But maybe it is unique units. Maybe I'm just, I don't know, struggling in other aspects. All right, scouts are outnumbering the pink player. I don't know where all his scouts have gone. I guess he's mostly on spears at this point. Decent amount of spears, very decent defense. Not going to lose any vills. Neither of these players are losing any vills, even with still open bases. That's quite impressive. If it were me, I'd probably have like 8 or 10 scouts and I'd run in and try to force a kill and then I'd lose all of them. I might get like a vill, but I'll lose all my scouts and then the game would be in my opponent's hand from there on. Wow. Look at the vill lead. What else did he get? No, not wheelbarrow. Why is he so far up? 5 vills? He's 5 vills up. Wait a minute, what? We have No idle TC. That's the exact same idle TC time. Oh, did he get... Oh, okay. Oh. I was like, what in the world? How has he so many fills up? Wheelbarrow's research for the Hun player. Okay, that makes a whole lot more sense. All right. Happy to see it. Huns are going to be clicking up to castle pretty darn quick here. Teal won't be too far behind either, though. Let's just need the last couple of gold miners to drop off their gold. And up we go. Very nice. I like that timing from the Huns. And he has Wheelbarrow as well, which is definitely going to be good. I really think Wheelbarrow should have been researched for Wei earlier, just because it's strong. It's really nice to get that on your way up to castle. And it also gives you the free Vil too. So instead of costing the Vil time to get it out, you're actually costing a lot less because you get a free Vil with it. So Wheelbarrow, extra good for the Wei, but wasn't picked up, so interesting to see. Looks like a second stable's coming down, so Haeguang is definitely going to be the play. I'm imagining there will be some archery ranges behind this. Blacksmith is coming up. Meanwhile, Huns almost had a breach into their wall. Oh, we're on full Cav Archer build. Does our Wei player know this? He sees one archery range, so he probably thinks something's up, but triple Cav Archer build is definitely going to be strong. I think the Huns have the eco for this. We're gonna need a lot more on, well, not too much more, probably like 2 more on gold. Have we grabbed the gold mining tech? Oh, I don't have no way to see. Well, I'm going to assume he has the gold mining tech. Because if you're going to be pumping out triple range Cav Archers, that's going to be something you want to do. Ooh, are we going to get Vil pick? Very nice. Not that it means much, because the Wei just have a Vil advantage in general. A little bit of a res collected lead here for the Wei, but that's probably just the Vil numbers. I think the Wheelbarrow kicking in will eventually offset that. We do have Bloodlines coming in. Castle Age is in for both players in 6 seconds. Melee upgrades are being researched, so again, definitely Haeguang Cav coming up. Wheelbarrow still not started. A second TC is gone down. Definitely ideal. You've got enough farms to produce two TCs worth. A couple of little defensive arches, that's kind of funny. Those are going to go forward. But a lot of Cav Archers should be coming out pretty quick here. And the Huns do have a discount on their Cav Archers, so they can easily afford this, I would imagine. That's probably why there's less on gold. Okay, we've made it up to 12 on gold. We should be good. So triple Cav Archer production is about to hit. Looking forward to see it. Triple TC boom for Wei. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Why is he doing that? I guess it's just because there's been so little aggression. And honestly, into Cav Archer civs is probably great, because Cav Archers can't do anything to TCs. I mean, I don't like that because I feel like, I don't want Wei to win. I'm not going to claim that I think it's a bad option. I mean, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, yeah, this is probably really smart. If he's assumed his opponent's going on Cav Archers, which he is, he's just triple TC pressure. I mean, do we have a siege workshop anywhere? Doesn't look like it. Ballistics is coming in, which will be really nice. But Wei are going to be able to take pretty much everything here rather safely. They've got wood lines, gold, no stone, but that's okay. I mean, they'll probably be able to get stone pretty quick here. There's no way Cav Archers break in anytime soon. Haeguang have a decent amount of pierce armor, but I don't know if it's going to be enough, because they have less HP too, so I'd be curious to see how the Haeguang do against Cav Archers. It's a decent amount, 8 of them. Sacrificing the hill. I don't think we want to take this engagement, not yet at least. Just gonna try and thread that needle. Well enough play. Gets through there unscathed. Vil advantage is not quite in for Wei though. He has a lot of TC idle time and a decent amount of idle eco. So the res collected is actually pretty much in the favor of Huns, and the Vil count is even. So even though we're up on TCs and we had a bunch of free Vils as the Wei, It looks like the Hun player might just be playing a little bit better. That being said, I think the reason you had so much TC idle time is because you went double stable Haegwang. And that's not going to pan out. Alright, I think claiming a hill and fighting could be a good idea. The spears are gonna go forward and probably die rather quickly. Like, sit on this hill. I want to see how well it does. Yeah, those Haegwang go down pretty fast. I think this is absolutely fine. I think we just want to be on the hill a little more. And there's gonna be so much Cav Archer production behind this, potentially. Definitely a little bit more of a commitment. Third TC coming down for our pink player. He's actually ahead in Vills somehow. Man. I mean, I don't know if there's any recipe that I can replicate here other than, I guess, just spamming Cav Archer in Castle Age. I don't think the Haegwang are it, though. I think the Wei player is going to need to get some ranges down for skirms. I wonder what wins, Xianbei or Cav Archer? Because if Cav Archer beats Xianbei, then that makes a lot of sense. Like, I should just go Cav Archer in early Castle Age. It should deny the my opponent's Xianbei like option and force them on cavalry or siege, which isn't something that the Wei really want to do. They don't really want to be making siege. Yeah, look how fast he melts those Haegwang. 2 shots apiece. And the numbers are still building. And we need a little bit more on the farming eco here for the Hun player. He's not going to be able to keep production on out of 3 TCs. Nor is he ever going to hit Imperial Age. So I'd like to see a few more farms from him. That being said, like, he's just full Cav Archer production. I mean, this is kind of nice because I get to see how you beat Hui, but I also get to see how like higher level players try to deal with Cav Archer mass. Because every time my opponent gets this, I'm usually pretty screwed unless I have like a mass of Scorpions or Mangonels or some siege of my own. Oh, look at that nestled in there. That could be a nice spot if it weren't under the town center. It's another Haegwang down for free. He's just going to be sniping these all day and night. Tons of TDC idle time. Kind of gathering up for both players, though they are in the stage of the game where you get triple the TC idle time because you have 3 TCs. And you are focused on the army fight. The one downside for this teal player is that he is kind of locked in his base right now. He could go out this direction. He's maybe getting enough of a Cav mass to push off his opponent, but I really don't think so. There's just so many Cav Archers. I think if the Hun player just sat on a hill and fought, I think he'd just win. Like, stop with the micro, just sit and fight. I mean, again, these players are way better than me. I'm pretty sure they would absolutely wreck me if I were in a lobby with them. So I gotta be careful about judging or telling them how I think they should play. That monk could be nice, though. I guess he's just trapped. There's no gate to get out. Delete a palisade, walk your monk out. Start trying to convert one of these guys and commit to the fight. The Vil advantage has swung back to the Wei's favor, which is pretty good for them. Don't know how long that will last. They're the same TC amount. Light cavalry's coming in. Light cavalry's an interesting idea right now. He doesn't have a lot of scouts, but I assume it's because he's got pretty decent farming eco at 31. Oh, nice. More farms for the Huns. Like to see it. And he wants to transition off of Hui? Or not Hui, sorry. Huang? Haegwang. Good golly. Haegwang Cav? Blah, blah, blah. Words. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Huns are walking into it. He's taking free damage. He's losing a bunch of Cav Archers. That was a decent engagement. Still gonna lose a whole lot for it as well, though. Cav Archers are just so strong. I really don't think Cavalry's the play here. I think Siege needed to come down, but maybe Hui just don't have very good Siege options. So Skirmisher is the other one. Skirms, build a castle or 2. Okay, Siege is finally coming up. Looks like Huns will probably finish off this army here. think you want to claim the hill a little bit more than that. I'm not sure that everything is claimed. But he does finally sit and fight, and that fight does go his way. Good to see. Love to see it. I don't know, man. I don't like cavalry archers that much. They frustrate me, and this is why, because it's so hard to kill. Even if you get like siege or skirms, they can just run away and not take the damage, you know? So cav archers are always a unit that frustrates me. So I want to see like how to beat the way, but I don't want to just go into cav archer. I don't know. I should play some cav archer play. I need to do it. It's not terrible or anything. Man, there's so many cav archers from Huns here. I think the really tame feudal age ended up being a little bit bad for our way player. I think because Huns don't get houses, you try to pressure their base a little earlier. Maybe that goes better. Oh, which it does look like he's going to start doing. I'd like to see some walls up here. They will get put down pretty darn quickly. Very nice. It's fun to see some high-level players do some high-level things. It was a very nice, quick wall up to save it. He's going to be hitting Imp very soon. I think that may be the GG. Especially at this level, I think players see the writing on the wall at a certain stage. Oh, coming forward with some castle, or sorry, Phil's definitely for a castle. Looks like we'll probably have a castle drop, though. With Imperial Age, that's gonna be a really, like, lackluster castle push. Because all our Hun player needs to just get a castle up of his own, which he can basically buy, and then just treb it. I wonder if Pink or Teal changes his mind upon seeing the Imp. Is he gonna commit? Oh, he will be committing. I don't see heavy cav archer coming in just yet. We want to keep this cavalry archer mass alive. Scorpions are nice. Castle is gonna go up. I think Huns need to try and get his own castle up relatively quickly and keep these cav archers massed alive until he can get them fully upgraded. Bracer does come in, which is gonna be nice for the range. He might be able to snipe these scorpions, honestly. Spread formation, take them out one at a time. This will take out a bunch of production from Pink, though. We're losing those archery ranges. We need to make some new ones down here. Oh, man. I don't know how to feel, because I'm like, oh, I want to see Wei lose, but I was upset when it's like, oh, is the way to win just cav archers? And now Huns look to be losing. Oh, why is he not continuing that? Oh, he's trying to defend his own home. That makes sense. I like this. I like this. Making it messy. He's gonna be able to take these down pretty quick here. Higuang are coming in. This is gonna be an absolute mess for our Hun player to try and clean up. Meanwhile, Hui has a very safe base at the moment. Bunch of Higuang coming in. Ooh, if that gate was to remain open, that could have changed things a lot. Whole lot of Vils dying. They're all gonna run under the town centers. Ooh, I mean, we got Imp, but at what cost? We're still on cav archer, no heavy cav. How do we not have heavy cav archer? Did he just miss it? Is that gonna be GG because we missed heavy cav archer? That would be so sad. Is it just stuck behind a ton of oh, maybe it was in this range that went down. Or it could be stuck behind a bunch of cav archers that were being made. Still, I am very surprised that we haven't gone for heavy cav archer. That Imperial Age ended up not being the answer at all. Now, there's a huge res advantage, at least banked res, for a Hun player, so there's still a lot he can do. I think plugging up this hole is number one. Throw a gate down or, I don't know, a building of some sort. Plug that hole up. Looks like another castle drop from the Wei player. I think the Huns are slowly but surely gonna be dying here. Oh no, this castle's gonna get denied too. Oh, it is an absolute mess. That is going to be a GG for sure very soon. I mean, Huns have the higher score, but he's on permanent cav archer and he is not transitioning to anything else. Castles have gone down and cav archers can do nothing against this. He also just doesn't have the stone for his own castle yet. Like if he sold a bunch of wood, bought his own castle, started trebbing, things could be different, but this castle was not the play. Why didn't we make a defensive castle? To deny this? I'm so confused. He's better than me. He's way better than me. That being said, maybe he's not better than me in Imp. Maybe he just wins by having a ton of Cav archers in the early game. I don't know. But I think this game is in Hui's hands. I mean, Hui's gonna be, they're up 20 Vils, throwing down a 4 TC. They're gonna be hitting Imperial Age here any moment. Well, not hitting it, but it won't take long for them to get the res for Imperial Age. So I imagine that will be on its way. And there's no castle from Huns. There's no castle. Like, delete this thing. I know you don't get a ton of stone out of it, but it's gonna die anyway. There's no way you, oh no. No, 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 no. Oh, no, I can't. Oh, I can't. This is not gonna work. That's not enough Cav archers. You can't kill him fast enough. All those Vils are gonna go down. If he doesn't, I mean, he's still ahead in the score, so maybe it's not any, you know, point to GG just yet, but... Oh, that's so sad to see. All the Cav archers are going down. GG is called. He sees the writing on the wall. All right. Well, we didn't figure out how to beat Wei, necessarily, but we did figure out how to potentially beat Cav Archer. And it is okay to just spam Cav into maybe a couple of Scorpions or Siege, but it looks like the castles. Just castle drop your opponent if you can sneak the Vils. I mean, that's lucky, honestly. The fact that he was able to sneak the Vils over? Crazy, crazy. Well, GG, well played. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching that. I know I did. I learned some things. Let me know if you'd like to see more higher level games, though still probably mid Elo. Either way, thanks for watching. Talk to you later.